So getting ready to start the day, get going. I'm giving P-Dog some breakfast, and I think P-Dog might be the only kid that only eats the outside of a Pop-Tart. I have to cut out the inside for her because she doesn't eat it.
Hey.
Saturday, February 4th. Mrs. Cincy just took P-Dog and Tay-Tay on a little girls shopping trip. So that leaves poor old Cincy to be all by himself. So what am I going to do when I'm all by myself and I got nothing to do? I'm going on a friggin' hunt. I'm going to go hunt for some figs. I'm going to Comics to Games right now. Going down to Kentucky. Not really looking for anything in particular. They got a bunch of new Hot Toys in. Most of the ones from Civil War, from Captain America Civil War came in. So they have the Hawkeye, the Black Widow, the Scarlet Witch, and the Ant-Man from Civil War. Now I was only going to get 3 total figures from Civil War for Hot Toys. I already have the Cap. I pre-ordered the Winter Soldier, which will actually be shipping, I think, next week or the week after. And then I'm going to be picking up the Mark 46 diecast figure when that releases, I think, in July. Those are the only ones that I was planning on picking up because I already have most of the Avengers from the Age of Ultron Hot Toys, so it's kind of redundant to pick up. This guy's going to race me, isn't he? Anyway, that guy was a douche nozzle. So it's kind of redundant to pick up the same figures, the same characters that I already have from Age of Ultron. Because I assembled the entire Avengers team from Age of Ultron on Hot Toys figures. So I was just going to get like those 3, Cap, Winter Soldier, and Iron Man. Because I really like that fight at the end of the movie when it's Cap and Bucky versus Tony Stank. The other one that I was maybe thinking about picking up was Black Panther, because I really liked his character. I liked his suit. His look was awesome. He was a badass in the movie, and it's the first time they've done a Hot Toys Black Panther figure, so I was thinking about picking that one up. Sideshow is sold out of him. He's waitlisted right now. So what I might do is, if Comics to Games gets Black Panther, I might pick him up. The other Hot Toys figure that I was thinking about possibly picking up at Comics to Games, I keep going back and forth on this one. I already have a Star Wars Force Awakens Rey figure. I really like that figure. It's one of my favorite Hot Toys figures in my entire collection. But the Resistance Rey figure looks really cool. And I kind of want to get both the Resistance Rey figure, the one at the end of the scene where she's handing the lightsaber, and I also want to get the Luke at the end of the movie, just to recreate that scene, because it was so badass. So I don't know, I might pick up that Resistance Rey figure too. I'll see. There's a Mafex Wonder Woman from Batman v Superman. I have the Armored Batman. I'm going to take a look at that one as well. I think that's around $50 there. And I don't know, I'm going to take a look at their NECA stuff as well. I will probably leave with some merchandise. I'm probably going to buy some stuff there. See what they got. But headed to Comics to Games now. Got a little bit of a drive ahead of me. So I will see you guys from the stove. All right, I am all done at Comics to Games. I spent quite a bit of time in there. I did finally decide on what I was going to buy. It was a tough decision. I did buy a Sideshow figure, a brand new Sideshow figure, and I picked up a Mafex 6-inch figure. Also got a stack of comic books, but had a tough time deciding. I saw a couple NECA figures that I really liked. They had a white concept figure, alien xenomorph, that I was going to pick up. Decided not to get that one. As far as Hot Toys goes, they had the Resistance Ray. They had quite a bit of figures from Civil War. They had the new Scarlet Witch. They had the new Hawkeye, Black Widow, Ant-Man. But again, I have all those characters from Age of Ultron, and I don't want to break up that team. I want to keep that team intact. Since I collected the entire Avengers team from that movie, I want to keep them together, so I don't want to sell them off. So I decided to get a Sideshow figure, actually. And this is one that I haven't even talked about, but it's been one that's been on my radar. When I saw it today, I looked it up on eBay. I saw that it's starting to go higher and higher. And with Sideshow figures, once they're sold out, those things start going up a lot. So I decided to pick it up now because I don't want to miss out on it, regret that I didn't get it, and then have to pay more than what it was going for right now. Picked that one up. I'll show you what that is when I get back to the Nerd Bar. But I did want to give a couple shout outs. So while I was in the store, someone walked up to me and said, Cincy? And it was a viewer, and his name is John. We had a great conversation. He introduced himself. We talked for, I don't know, it felt like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, but it was an awesome conversation. Yesterday when I was at Walmart, a kid walked up to me and said, "Are you Cincy Nerd?" And I said, "I am." And he was with his mom. Her name is Mighty. And her son was buying a Brock Lesnar figure. So I wanted to give shout outs to both John and Mighty and her son for coming up to me and saying hello. I've been in stores before where people have just kind of like walked up next to me and just hovered around me. And I think they recognized me, but they didn't say anything. So I guess what I'm trying to say with this is, if you recognize me and you'd like to come up to me and say hello to me, by all means, please say hello to me. I will talk with you. I'll talk shop with you. I'll talk comic books, movies, figures. John and I had a great conversation about figures, Storm Collectibles, SH Figuarts. He collects a lot of the same stuff that I collect, and we talked for a good amount of time about comic books, toys. It was awesome. So yeah, if you see me in public, if you're at a con, if I'm at a convention, if I'm at a store, you recognize me, come up to me and say, "Hey, what's up, Cincy?" Because I will talk to you. I'm pretty approachable like that. So that's all. Just wanted to add that. I will see you guys at the Nerd Bar with these unboxings. I'm going to unbox the Mafex figure. I'm going to unbox the Sideshow figure. That's it for now. That's the end of the hunt. I'll see you guys in the Nerd Bar, and I'll show you what I picked up. What's going on, everyone? I am back at the Nerd Bar, and I am here to show you what I picked up from my trip at Comics to Games. So, first of all, I've had a couple people reach out and say, "Hey, what comics are you reading?" So I'm just going to show you what I'm reading. And at Comics to Games, I have a pull list there, and all of my Marvel books are there. So I get my DC and my Image books at a store called Nostalgia Inc., but all my Marvel books are at Comics to Games. So let me show you what I picked up. I'll be real quick, but Amazing Spider-Man. Look at that freaking cover. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous cover. It's beautiful. I don't know who the artist is. It looks like Alex Ross, but that's an amazing looking cover. Like a painting. So I got Amazing Spider-Man. It is a Clone Conspiracy tie-in. Speaking of Clone Conspiracy, I picked up the new issue of, or newest issue of the Clone Conspiracy. I haven't started this series yet. I have like a frickin' long box of comics that I need to read. And I haven't started this yet, so I have to read the first 4 issues. But I'm really looking forward to it. I hear great things about this series. And the art, I flipped through a couple of books just to check out the art. The art's beautiful. So really looking forward to that. And this is a freaking damn good looking cover too. Great cover work, Marvel. Look at that. So I got that one, and picked up Infamous Iron Man. For those that don't know, the new Iron Man is Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom is the new Iron Man, and I love this book. I love books where guys that are like bad kind of turn good a little bit. I really liked when Doc Ock was stuck in Peter Parker's body. I like Lex Luthor in Action Comics as like one of the new Supermen. But Doctor Doom as Iron Man is a very cool concept, and I like that book a lot. Old Man Logan picked this one up. This is just one of my favorite books at Marvel right now. Such good writing. Jeff Lemire is the writer. Andrea Sorrentino is a freaking awesome artist. Very, very detailed, beautiful artist. And Old Man Logan's a good comic book. And then last but not least, I did pick up the last 2 issues of Star Wars. So we got issues 27 and 28 there. Star Wars, always a good read by Marvel, but that's what I'm reading right now. Those are my Marvel books that I picked up. Again, didn't want to spend too much time on that, but I know a lot of you guys do read comics, and I want to show you what I was reading from Marvel right now. Let me show you what I picked up from comics to games. So if you follow me on Twitter, if you follow me on Facebook, I gave you a little hint as to what I picked up. I tweeted out that I picked up a Mafex figure and a new Sideshow figure. I'm going to start with the Mafex figure. So as you can see in the background here, I've got the armored Batman here from Mafex, from Batman v Superman. And I picked up another figure from that line. I got, bam! Wonder Woman. Got the Wonder Woman Mafex figure. I really like the way this looks. She looks very, very tall. So I can't wait to take her out of the box and see how tall she is as compared to the armored Batman here. But I really like this armored Batman. I gave this figure a lot of crap because of the cape, because it felt like it looked like a denim material, but the posability on these Mafex figures are phenomenal. You can get these things in some really, really cool poses. The articulation is what you buy these figures for, and I just think it looks great. I kind of like the way that the cape has these wires in it, and you can make it look like the cape is blowing in the wind. But I love the articulation on these figures. I'm looking forward to getting the regular Batman figure. I'm ready to take this thing out, so I'm going to go ahead and unbox this, and I will show you what she looks like out of box. I will be right back. Alright, so I got her all unboxed, and the first thing that I want to point out is the fact that if you look at that box art right there, look at her face, doesn't look like Gal Gadot, at least in my opinion. You look at the box art on the back, again, same prototype figure that they used for the pictures there. Does not look like Gal Gadot. Her face is like too roundish, and her lips are too big. Doesn't look like her. So I am actually very, very happy to say that once I got her out of package, she doesn't look like that box art. That prototype figure, either they changed the paint apps or they did something, because her face looks a lot better out of package. I mean, you could tell that it's got a good likeness to Gal Gadot, and I'm sorry that it's getting a little blurry here as I get close up, but I'll show you some good pictures after I do the review. Good close-up so you could actually see her face sculpt, but they thinned the face out and they thinned the lips, so it actually does look like Gal Gadot. It's a really good face sculpt, I think. Alright, so let me just give you my overall impressions of this figure. So as soon as I took her out of the package, I noticed that one of her knees was a little, it's not loose, but it's not as tight as I'd like it to be. Overall, it's a very, very cool looking figure. I will say that. The paint on this thing is incredible. The paint is magnificent. I really, really like the kind of metallic-y look to the paint that they used. You could see that there's a sheen to it when I tilt it into the light. Up top on the red, the gold, and the blue. Down on the legs, there's like a shine to it. So there's really, really good paint apps on this. I love the paint apps on this. Her articulation is fantastic. She's got articulation everywhere. She does not have a bicep cut, but there's rotation at the shoulder, as you can see there. Double jointed elbows, articulation at the wrist. There's 2 ab crunches. There's an upper ab crunch and a lower ab crunch near the lower stomach, or the hip, it looks like. Her legs, there's rotation at the thigh. It's double jointed knees. Look at that bend on the knee. Look at that. That's insane. Articulation at the ankle, and very, very good pivot on the ankle too. These things, if you're looking for articulation, if you want to buy movie figures that have really, really good articulation that you can do some really good poses with, Mafex is probably the one you want to go with. Let me talk about the accessories that she comes with. So she does come with the shield, and the shield looks really, really good. It's got some sculpting on it, and it's got really cool paint. Even on the inside of the shield, look at that. That's the inside of the shield, and look at the paint apps and the sculpting. Freaking awesome. She comes with a sword. My sword is slightly bent, so I'll just take a hairdryer to that and flatten it out, but that is the sword there. It's kind of a... I guess it's a little shiny, but I would have liked if the sword had a little bit more sheen to it. It's kind of like a flat finish on there, but it looks good. Good sculpting. She comes with 2 different lassos. There's this one right here, and then there's this one right here. She comes with 1, 2, 3 extra sets of hands. So the first set of hands, these are very, very small, so let me see if I can get them on camera. The first set of hands is like an open hand, like that. The second set of hands is a gripping hand to hold a weapon. And the third set is also a gripping hand, but it's like it's a more tight grip. So the ones that she has in when you unbox her are fisted hands. There's no open at all. It's just a fist. So she has 2 additional sets of hands that she can use for gripping, and then 1 for like an action pose. But she looks really, really good. And again, I love the fact that she does not look like that box art, because that box art looks nothing like Gal Gadot. So I'm glad that they thinned out the face and really made it look like her. And again, I'll show you close-up pictures when I'm done with the review so you could see the likeness better. But let me get some of these accessories in her hands. I'm going to swap the hands out. I'm going to show you, by the way, she comes with this stand also. Just like the stand for Armored Batman. Let me go ahead and get some accessories in her hands, and then I'll be right back with you. Alright, so I've got Wonder Woman all posed on her stand. She's got a little bit of an aerial pose there. Jumping, lunging, about to take a swing with that sword. But let me show you some close-ups here. Great face sculpt. I think that's a fantastic face sculpt. There are a couple things on here that I don't really care for. One of which is this, the armpit there. I understand that they had to do that in order to allow for a lot of articulation and range, but it looks like a giant like open socket area there. It would have been nice if they had kind of found a way to hide that a little bit better. But when her arm is down, you can't see it. It's only when, you know, the arm is up and she's doing like a swinging or fighting pose that you could see like that big crevice there. But otherwise, I really like this figure. I like it a lot. I'm glad I bought it. But she looks great. These Mafex figures, I'm telling you, that you can get these things in some really, really cool action poses. I hung the lasso from her belt there. There's a hook there, as you can see. And I put in the open hand right there for the shield. And I put in one of the gripping hands for the sword. But I'll show you what she looks like all around. And she's in the air right now. She is, if you can't see, she's like in the air. So this arm right here is pretty strong to hold her. I don't know how it would hold like Armored Batman in the air because he's a heavier figure, but it's got her up in an aerial pose right now. But here's a close-up of the hair. Really good paint all around on this figure. Close-up of the back of the boots. You could see there's a little bit of red on her skin there, her skin tone. So it's not like 100% clean paint job, but it doesn't bother me. This side, there's less bleed of that red paint. Great detail on the boots as well. But yeah, I really like this figure a lot. This is fantastic. I can't wait to get the Batman. They're doing a Nightmare Batman as well. I'll probably get the Superman. He'll probably be the last one that I get, just so that I can complete the line. But I'm really worried about his joints and everything on that figure. But I really like this Wonder Woman figure. There are a few drawbacks. Obviously that armpit crevice there. The fact that she's not 100% like tight on the joints, but she's good enough. That's really all the complaints I have about this figure. I think it's a great figure, personally. I would definitely recommend it. And I think it would look great with your Batman vs. Superman collection. But there she is with Batman. All right, so all done with that review on that Wonder Woman. I definitely recommend this Wonder Woman figure. I think she looks great. If you were a fan of Batman v Superman, or the real reason that I bought this Wonder Woman figure is because of that damn trailer for her new movie. That Wonder Woman movie looks really, really good. I'm really impressed by that trailer, and I'm really looking forward to that movie. And after seeing that trailer, I knew I had to have like a really good Wonder Woman figure from the movies that had really good articulation. Because there's the multiverse one, it just doesn't look that good, and the articulation's not there. But this one right here, if you want a Wonder Woman figure from the movies, 6-inch scale, and you want good articulation to get her in some damn cool poses, this is the one for you. It's going for about $50, I think around $48, $49 on Amazon right now with Prime. I got it at Comics to Games, so I got a discount on it, but I would definitely recommend it. This is an awesome figure, so... That's it for this review. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the other item that I purchased at Comics to Games. But yeah, don't sleep on this figure. This is a good one. Alright, so the other item that I bought at Comics to Games, like I said, is a Sideshow figure. I had a hard time deciding which one I wanted to get. I was going back and forth between a few Hot Toys figures and this figure. I was going to get the Resistance Ray. They had a Princess Leia Hot Toys figure there. Which if I hadn't gotten that Disney Store Elite Premium, I probably would have gotten the Leia. But I really like that Disney Store Elite Premium. It's a good figure. And I don't know if I need another Leia because that one looks pretty good. I was going to possibly get one of the new Hot Toys figures from Civil War. I thought the Scarlet Witch looked really, really good. And the Ant-Man was pretty good, but I already have an Ant-Man from the first movie. So... I saw this one, I've passed on it a couple times, and I thought it was time to get it. I checked it on eBay, it's starting to go up in value, and a lot of Sideshow figures recently, once they're gone, they start shooting up big time. So I purchased Darth freaking Maul Sideshow figure. Look at that badass! He is, by far, one of, if not my favorite character in all of the prequels. He's the only reason I like to watch Episode 1. When I first saw him on that trailer, before Episode 1 even came out, I was like, oh my god, he's got a freaking double-sided lightsaber? Because we hadn't seen that up until then. I've met Ray Park in person. He met Mrs. Cincy and I. He's a cool dude. Really nice guy, and he's definitely my favorite character in Episode 1. I'd say he's probably, other than Grievous, my favorite character in all the prequels. So I had to have this. So I'm really, really excited to get this thing out of package and show you what he looks like. Let me go ahead and do that, and I will be right back with you. Look at this guy. I'm so freaking psyched about this figure. Alright, so first things first, I just want to share something that I forgot to say. It comes with a shipper box. Most of the time, Sideshow figures don't come with shipper boxes, but usually see these with Hot Toys figures, but this one has its own shipper box. So, just want to point that out, but I took this guy out of package. Damn, this guy's awesome. Look at this thing. That face sculpt is probably one of the best head sculpts and face sculpts on any of my figures. It's freaking amazing. Now, I've seen reviews on this on YouTube, and one of the things you'll probably hear from most people is that they think it's overpriced. So let me talk about that. First of all, let me show you all the stuff that he comes with. Alright, so talking accessories, he doesn't come with a lot of stuff. When you open the box up, you're like, wow, he doesn't come with a lot of stuff. And this is not a cheap figure. This retails for $240. So he's more expensive than a lot of Hot Toys that are out right now, because a lot of Hot Toys start at like either $200 or $225, and he's more. He's $240. But let me show you what he comes with, and then you can decide for yourself if he's worth the money or if you want to wait for him to go on sale. I personally love this figure, but I could see where people would probably be turned off and think that it's overpriced. So he does come with the double-sided lightsaber, and there is a lot of detail on this thing. It is beautiful. Look at the paintwork on this. Looks fantastic. You can see every button. The dark wash on there really accentuates the sculpt. but it looks so good. Awesome looking saber. Here are the lightsaber effects that plug in. You can see as I shine it in the light, it's kind of like a red translucent there. So it does reflect light very well. And there's 2 of those. And one of the things that I did notice, I don't know if this is necessarily a negative, but it's something that I was aware of when I looked at it, is that is a big ass saber. That's really big. And I don't know if it looks too big, but it just feels like it's very, very large. In comparison with him, let me see if I can get this in frame. That's how big the saber is. I don't have a problem with it. It's just, it looks very large. And it might have been that large in the movie. I haven't watched The Phantom Menace in a while, so it might be that big. As far as the other accessories that he comes with, it's just a bunch of hands. He comes with 2 of these hands right here, which is kind of like an open palm hand. He comes with 2 of those. He comes with one of the, I call it a force hand because it looks like he's using the force right there. And I have the other one already on. I put that one on just for the hell of it. And then he comes with 2 fisted hands, closed fists. And then he comes with 2 gripping hands to grip the lightsaber. There's that one, and then the other one is in his wrist peg already. One of the things that I noticed on these is that's a very tight grip, as you can see there. And the lightsaber is pretty thick, so it almost seems like it's too small of a grip. So if you buy this figure, I would recommend that you heat up the hand with a hairdryer before you try and put the lightsaber in his hand, because if you try and force it, it might cause some of the paint to rub. So you might want to heat it up, put the lightsaber in his hand, and then you won't have to worry about the paint rub. But really, that's all he comes with. He comes with a display stand. Let me show you the display stand. It's very, very, very basic. Really nothing to it. That's somewhat of a turnoff. And the fact that, I mean, it says Star Wars there. Why the hell could they not put that right here? Who's going to see this? Unless it's sitting on a detolf and you literally stick your head under the frickin' shelf, who's going to see Star Wars on the bottom? Wouldn't you put it there? It doesn't really make sense. It would be cool if it said The Phantom Menace there. It would be cool if there was some kind of, I don't know, flooring there, some faux flooring. Anything other than just a black base. It's so frickin' boring. This is a negative right here, this base. It does its job, it's functional. It's just there's no detail to it whatsoever. The accessories are kind of a negative because all you get is a double-bladed lightsaber and then a bunch of hands. But once you start looking at the figure itself, you will absolutely appreciate the hell out of this thing. I've noticed a couple things on here that are super positive, and let me talk about those. So just to talk about the figure itself, again, that head sculpt is amazing, and I'm going to show you close-ups of that. But he's got really good articulation. You can get him in some really good poses. He's got really good forward and backward on his arms. Look at how far back he can go with his arm and how far forward he can go with his arm. So you can get him in some cool lightsaber attack poses. Really good articulation on his knees. He's got double jointed knees. Look at how much bend he has on his knee. His leg articulation for his ankles is somewhat negative because he's got these boots on. So it really restricts how you can bend his foot. I mean, you can only bend it like that much. So that's a kind of a negative to me. But the sculpting on the boot itself looks really, really good. And then here's the thing that I did not know this figure included, which I think is an excellent touch. There are wires in each one of these. You can see there's multiple layers there. So there's like one of these, this part. I think this is called a tunic. But there's wires in each one of these. So you can make him, like if he's jumping up in the air or jumping a certain direction, you can bend these so that it looks like it's in motion. See? It holds the... That's awesome. That's really, really cool. And I did not know that it included this feature when I purchased it. But that's a really, really cool feature. The fact that every single little piece in his Sith tunic thing there, there's wires in it. So you can really bend them and put them in motion. Really cool there. But let me go ahead and get him all set up. I'm going to put the lightsaber in his hand, get him on his stand, and I'm going to show you some close-up pictures of this figure. It's a beautiful, beautiful figure. I'm so happy to have it, but let me show you those close-ups. All right, so I came around to the other side of the nerd bar because I wasn't getting good light, but I seem to be getting it better over here. So let me show you a close-up of this guy. Look at that head sculpt. Look at that. You can see the yellow in his eyes from being a Sith. Look at the horns. Just an amazing, amazing face sculpt. Look at that. Such a badass. Got him in a little action pose there. He's got great articulation, so you can get him in some really good poses. So if you like Darth Maul, if he's one of your favorite characters like he was of mine, you should probably get this figure. Let me show you how he looks size-wise as compared to a couple Hot Toys figures. Alright, I've got him in a more museum-type pose, just straight up and down, so you can see the size difference. He's next to A New Hope Darth Vader by Hot Toys right now. You can see the difference in size between the two. Alright, and now I've got him next to Kylo Ren. That's the Hot Toys Kylo Ren. And you can see the size difference there. Here's Vader again. But he looks really, really awesome. Here's another angle of the size difference. Alright, so overall thoughts on this figure. I love the figure. I think it's fantastic. It's going to be an awesome addition to my collection. Is he overpriced? Yes. Yes, he is slightly overpriced. I don't think he's worth $240. He doesn't come with enough accessories. There's no light up feature. The base is very, very generic and plain. He's not worth $240, unfortunately. Am I happy that I bought him? Hell yes, I'm happy that I bought him. I think he's awesome. But I'm a huge Darth Maul fan. If you're a big, big Darth Maul fan, I would recommend this figure. I would recommend you also try and find it on sale. And I think that you might be able to find him on discount from Sideshow. I think eventually they're going to discount it. And if you can get this figure for around $200 or even $220, I think it's worth it. But I just don't think he gives you enough value at $240 to buy him at full price. Plus, I think Sideshow shipping for this figure is like, I don't think it's a $10 flat fee. I think it's $18. So you could potentially be paying almost $260 for this frickin' figure, which is too much. Do I love the figure? Yes. Is it one of the best face sculpts and head sculpts in my entire collection? Absolutely. Am I going to have a lot of fun posing this guy? Yes. But he's too damn expensive. Yes, it's a great figure. Yes, I'd highly recommend it. But if you can find it on sale, even better. But that's just my opinion. Hopefully you enjoyed this review. Hopefully you saw something that either encouraged you to buy it or encourage you not to buy it. But that's it for this video. That's it for this review. Thank you very much for liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. But that's it for now. As always, have fun collecting. Bye.